Hello divine beings, hello divine creators, we are Kemet Kah-Ri. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us see what is coming through at this time. Viriakeshki aturo virieshki azatro keshki atire, valotaro kieshki aviro ki turo talveresh, ki atiro krieshki atiro krieshki ataro, varoeshki kiesh, tavire kieshki aturo kikeshki azatro, viriesh razitro kekesh, valo mieshki atire. Kiresh riazatro kikuro talvesh, kiriesh. We've received the information, and now it's time for your integration. Deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Deep breath in. Viriaturo kiriesh ki azatro katulo talaveresh katish. Deep breath out. Kiriesh ki azutro kikitalo velemesh ki alturo ki atrove. Deep breath in, kiriesh riazitro kikitalo velemetresh ki azatro kikitratesh katir. Deep breath out, viliesh ki aturo talvala vemetresh ki aturo kiash ki aturove. Deep breath in, vala, vriakiresh, vriatura kiriesh ki aturove. And a deep breath out, riesh ki aturo kiriesh ki aturo varakekesh. Keep breathing at your ease. Varatiresh riazatro kikitolove, varokiesh ki azitro katutra mekesh katir. Talavala veresh ki azitro kikitesh ki aturo, viresh ki azatro kitalove. Valovemetesh ki azitro kikitosh kituro patash, rayesh. Kiriesh ki aturo talevesh ki atiro ki yatresh ki aturo kesh, vayesh. Vietresh ki aturo kakatolos telemetresh ki turovesh, vayesh. Kiriesh ki azatro kakatula mentash, vayesh. Confidence. Confidence in your current state of being, your new state of being, your new frequency, your new pathway. Stepping into a new world, a new reality, a new way of being, and being confident in that which you are. You have been having so many resets and so many rebirths and transformations and transitions, and each step peeling more layers, more authenticity, coming into your depth, into your truth. Yet as you now release and you anchor and you begin, you do the work, you're constantly doing the work. It is brilliant, it is powerful, and yet you are not seeing the changes you wish to see, for you are still growing and evolving, right? It is, for example, you cannot open a cocoon or a chrysalis before the butterflies come to full maturity. You cannot expect a fruit while the tree is still a sapling, still growing. And you were busy going through a transformation and transition. You weren't quite established and crystallized in your full bloom. Thus, you couldn't really materialize much of your expected outcomes. And now you can. For now you can all feel how you have come into a fullness, a clarity. You're more present, you're more focused in your physical. You're not really going into those nebulous spaces. You still do your integrations, you still do your shadow work, or rather connecting to your non-physical aspects, not really doing shadow clearing, but rather just connecting to your shadow, for you no longer fear it, thus you embrace it and you can learn from all experiences. You are rounded, you are whole, you are balanced, and a lot more physically focused. And you're feeling that there is new energy around you and new energy ready to come through for you. And you're asked to be confident as you step into these new places. Be confident as you engage with these new beings. Be confident in your truth. You have changed. You are very different. The version of you now, in comparison to the version of you before your shadow work, before your awakening, before you did your integrations, right? So the version of you who was conditioned versus the version of you now who is free. Very different beings. And when you were busy in your transitional state and transformation and transcending in frequencies, ascension frequencies, awakening frequencies, you were not so physically focused and so physically present. Thus, you doing you was just something you were almost, you can say, keeping to yourself, that hermit mode, that cave frequency where you're just in your own space. Even if you're social, even if you're with people, it's sort of like your own energy, your own frequency. You're not really sharing it outward. You're not really in full conversations in your energy. It's observing, and maybe one or two people you connect with, maybe you'll share something, but it's generally just your own observation, your own energy, your own sense of self, your own sense of being. Now you're finding yourself being this being that you are now, and also presenting it, and also expressing it, also experiencing it in this physical, and expressing it to other people. You are now showing your light is shining, and you are showing yourself, parts of yourself which you had kept to yourself for some time, you're showing to others. And it's these moments where your truth is your truth, no matter who the person is, no matter where they are in their life, it's your truth. If it's a stranger, if it's somebody you've known, you're no longer sugarcoating. Not that you did, but it just feels, this is especially for new energy. There's a lot of new energy coming through, and this is where the confidence comes in. For those who have always known you, who have witnessed the change, you are open and you're sharing. And yet there's also a sense of not that you're holding back. The beings who you've been, who you maybe have had around you, or who you are accustomed to, who you've been through with this energy, there's some who are 100% aligned with you where you are. So the truth is, right? And then there are those who are, you can see, are not really ascending at this time, so you're not spending so much time with them, or when you're with them you are sort of more observing than really participating. While these new experiences, it's a full-on participation, and you do not even know where they are on their journey or how they're doing, but you are just being your truth, and however they receive you is how they receive you, and you are really received by love, with love, within love, for your energy is truth, your energy is love. Yet you are not maybe confident, or you are not, it's interesting, you don't have to doubt what you bring through, you don't have to doubt what you how you come across, you don't have to doubt your truth and how it's impacted them, or how it's going to change their life, or you don't even have to go into that energy of it's changing their life. Yes, because in the past maybe you were cautious. Oh, I have to be slow, I can't say this because you have to honor maybe their beliefs, or how they are in their life, and so if I say this it'll change a perception, then it'll really change their world, and so I must be careful. And it's like, no, just be truth. This world doesn't softly, gently show you its truth. It's, here it is, here I am, this is the color I am, this is the fragrance, this is the animal, this is the expression, this is the wind, this is the sun. It's very full on. And it doesn't mean that it's invasive, it's just honoring truth. So you being truthful and allowing your truth just to be, and then releasing and trusting that they're okay. Not even trusting that they're okay, knowing that they're okay, because whatever you're sharing with people is beautiful. Okay, we shared a little bit of this in the reset integration we did. We're going to share it with you too. We have recently met a beautiful being, a whole new group of beings, a whole new group of new energy. Yet we met this beautiful being, and we just get along very harmoniously, and we just click. And as we are speaking, we can see that there's still some elements in their physical where they are shifting out of. And it's not that they're not holding on to anything. It's in fact very fascinating how they operate. It is a very physical based energy where they are able to dissolve the known into the unknown. Us, we went right into the unknown to bring the unknown into this, while they are known to unknown. And so, light, physicality. And so when our energies are together, we feel a great deal of their frequencies integrate within us, and we are learning a lot more to trust our physicality and to trust our physical energy, while they are learning to trust their non-physicality, to trust their spirit, their shadow energy. And so it's a beautiful balance, and we feel we've aligned exactly when we need to align. And we speak truth, they offer truth in being. And so when perhaps there is a connect between their wants and their being, we just simply speak. And we know that when we speak, it's going to be a perception shift. And we know that perception shift is going to then have a ripple effect in their life. And yet we're not thinking, oh, I can't say this because then it's going to, no, we're just going to speak the truth and just share. We're always just going to be truth, always just going to be there. And how this truth affects you, that's love, that's your reality, that's your experience, because it's really up to what you accept, right? If somebody tells you something, if you accept it, that's when it changes. If it doesn't resonate, you can release it. So it's releasing this sense of responsibility, which makes you careful with being, which the sun is shining brightly. It's not careful with shining because it might burn you. You need to then, if it resonates to be in the sun, you're in the sun. If it doesn't resonate to be in the sun, then you're in the shade. So it is no longer taking on this heaviness, this burden of other people's experiencing of you, and yet just being in your beautiful truth, being your light, being your beautiful energy of love, and just shining fully and allowing them to experience you however they will. And it's been interesting. We can feel the energies have been interestingly overwhelming for us and for them, but not in a bad way. Their energy isn't overwhelming themselves. They're just pure love. Their energy is pure, which is why we resonate. The overwhelmment comes into the physical experiences we're now engaging in and experiencing. They invited us for a run in the morning, like an 8 a.m. run, and we generally are a very fit being, but we don't really run. We haven't run in a very long time. And so we've always wanted to pick up running. And yet we felt we had this resistance with the trainer we're working with. We'd all say, hey, we're going to run, let us know. And just so many years, and it never really happened, fizzled out. All of a sudden, here's somebody getting along. Oh, by the way, we're running today, running tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, if you want to join us, we're going to do this run, then we're going to do this program. And immediately I felt yes. And we haven't felt yes and a wanting to do something in a very long time. So us waking up in the morning, early in the morning, because we had to go a bit far out, early in the morning to wake up to go and run was a bit, took us aback. Like, what are we doing? Who is this person? Why are we now? We're up, we're early, we're running. It's a bit cold, it's winter, we're running. So a lot of, and the energies and the connections being very social now, a lot of beings, a lot of energy. And for us, that was the overwhelmment, almost like the busyness of we have been so busy in the non-physical that the physical was quite slow and stagnant. Now the physical is moving, and that's like, whoa, we're being very physical, very social, interesting. And so it's not overwhelming in a bad way. It's quite in a wow, okay, wow, we're really physicaling now. And for them, we can sense they are conversely overwhelmed as their inner non-physical world is now busier than usual. And we can see how the energies are just shifting so quickly. And the beautiful thing is they apply. It's not receive, that's a nice thought, and then brush it off. They receive, interesting, apply, goof, and forward. And we feel that is why we are in a harmonious connection, in the sense that the energies of application Okay, cool, let's go engage and do. And that is the energies you are now going to come into contact with, we feel, for many of you, where the beings are in harmony with you, in resonance with you, in a fuller way, where they are, you could almost say they're keeping up with you. It's no longer a running forward and back and almost having to, are they coming? No, they're not. Okay. Oh, they're catching up. Okay. Then it's not that weird. You're literally now in line. They're keeping pace with you. Somebody who's keeping pace with you. And it's not that you're rushing or that you're slowing down. It's just, we don't know how to explain this, but we feel you all understand it because we know we've all been in this journey together. So you can imagine having somebody now, meeting somebody who is at the same pace of understanding, growth, and expansion. Different wisdoms. We are what we offer is very different from what they offer, yet same pace and direction. So, and it's with all other beings they're also introducing us to. So it's not, you don't have to define the relationships. And that's what's really also coming through. It's not this, oh, this must mean they're my romantic partner. Oh, this must mean they're my twin flame. Oh, so it's deciding to sexualize divine energy, to romanticize divine energy, to capitalize on divine energy. It doesn't mean, oh, now this is my business partner. Oh, it's no. You are together, harmonizing, and whatever comes through, whatever is birthed, and you're just present and experiencing it. You're no longer limiting their expression or potential growth through your idea of what it has to be. And they don't do the same for you. Instead, you're just offering each other selves, and it is experienced in life. So have the confidence to be you at this time. Be free, be full, be whole, be bold, be daring, and allow yourself love and enjoyment. And it might feel a little bit like, ooh, do I put the effort in? Because last time, so many years ago, I put effort in and then it was just, somebody just bombed and they were just not really serious, or they let me down, or they disappointed me, or etc. Have confidence and put the effort in. We were very, very, very shooketh that we woke up so early to go for a run, and yet we felt it was effortless at the same time. We had the energy, which we haven't felt for a very long time, for this journey has been long. We were tired. It all of a sudden had all the energy to do something out of my comfort zone and go out of my way, because I wouldn't generally travel to go run. And yet, it wasn't out of my way. It felt quite aligned, and it felt upon my path. Upon my path, not out of my way. And we've also been experiencing a lot of me, my, and I returning to us. For yes, we are a collective frequency, especially when we work with you, we are the we. And yet we are finding in our physical, the I am is the we, is the all, and it allows the focal point. So I woke up, my physical self woke up early to go for a run. And to be able to know that that I is not egoic, it's an I that honors this physical being I am, and yet honors the multi-vibrational essence of the us we are. We're receiving constellations aligning, not just stars aligning, but whole constellations aligning. Let us see what this means. Ah, your stars aligning creates your own constellation. Their stars aligning creates their own constellation. Now your constellation and their constellation aligns. whole constellations aligning, as now soul paths align within the truth of experiencing in this realm. How beautiful. Within sacred love, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you soon. Blessed be.